already some good thoughts and ideas. John just talking about hypocrisy within, and obviously that's going to be a big issue. And we're going to have some talks about the stimulus coming up, but it's going to be up to you guys. Welcome back. Lots of topics. Josh Marsh sitting in with you this wonderful Sunday morning. We're going to get right to it. We're going to talk about the issues, the things that are on people's minds. I'm very curious to know what you guys think, no matter what it is or whether I agree with it. It's important to me because I think that, I don't know, seeing each other's point of view, we come to some kind of realization either about why we believe what we believe and why we think what we think, or we either just say, nope, not going to think anymore, and draw back into our corners. One of the two, no. I try to examine why I think, and what I believe. And I encourage you to do the same and challenge all of us. 577-7000, 1-800-765-KTTS. I just got I think, our first Twitter person joined up. I'm excited about that. Rick S., I don't know who you are, but I'm happy to have you on board. So, if you want to be a part of this lovely community or just look at it and get the information off of it, you can do that too. Twitter.com/KTTSCB. And that's also going to be found on the KTTS.com website. Right in the 24-hour news team. Scroll down, you'll see the logo. Next to it, you'll see a little gray box that'll have our email address. And I encourage you guys to email us there. And, good things. And let us know how we're doing. All right, let's get straight to it. We have Sean, and he wants to talk about a topic that I also have pulled up on the Twitter that you can click on. But we're going to go straight to Sean and see what he has to say. Good morning, Sean. You're on Cracker Barrel. Sean, are you there? Sean? Last time. We're going to give it one more shot. Sean. He is not there. Sean, I gave you every chance I could. I did. I tried really hard. I said your name. I even called you Shano, I believe. All right. Since Sean's not there, and if you're not there, Sean, give us a call back. Let's go to Amy, and she wants to comment on John, the guy that just fuzzed out on us. His call. Good morning, Amy. You're on Cracker Barrel. Goodness. Amy, are you there? Okay, apparently we've lost Amy as well. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but okay. All right. So anyway, talking about stimulus money and issues there. Got an interesting thing. You guys wondering if you're going to get your stimulus check or not? Well, here's the issue. And we have this on our Twitter that you guys can go check out. The link for this. 10,000 people got their stimulus checks. They got them in the mail. Here's the problem. They couldn't cash them. And here's the reason. Because they were dead. That's right. The Social Security sent out around 10,000 checks to dead people. We got these millions of dollars, okay? Millions of dollars sent out to everyone, and they were dead. I mean, some people getting this. We've got reports of people that opened up a letter and saw that that this was for their mom who had died several years ago. You're thinking maybe I'll get a check, but no, it's addressed to their mom. Of course, they're going to give that a funny look when your mom's been dead for a long, long time. And they opened it, and they see this check that was written out for them, and I don't know. Some interesting things with that, and we're going to talk about that some more. And I have a very good story, and this is going to bring up some interesting thoughts along with that. We'll get back to it. Let's go to Paul. Paul wants to talk about poll numbers. Good morning, Paul. You're on line 2, and you're on Cracker Barrel.
Yes. This thing about the poll numbers changing on
and you're on Cracker Barrel.
On the pro and anti-choice thing always amuses me. It's about the same as the poll numbers saying we're a Christian nation and crime keeps going up.
Okay.
If you ask if you're for abortion or against abortion, there's very few people that'll say, yeah, I'll abort.
Well, see, I'm not sure those were the questions asked.
Whenever you ask
pro-life or
pro-choice or pro-life, that's a loaded question, right? That's like talking to a vegetarian and have them call you a flesh eater. You lose a lot of momentum when they throw that one in on you.
I'm not sure how much momentum I would lose. I'd probably keep on eating steak.
Yeah, well, but anyway, the thing about this, though, is, I'm always amused at these poll numbers because people just answer these things.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't like the question, they don't answer the poll at all. They say, no, I'm too busy, I can't stand any time. And but, as I said, it says we're a Christian nation. Look at the crime rate.
I guess, Paul, I don't always think that these guys get it right. I think sometimes the numbers are loose, they have a margin of error, but sometimes I feel like it's the microism that they poll and they study is too small to really get a good idea. The only reason I brought this up was because it changed after, I think it was close to 15 years, the numbers changed. And that's, to me, that was an interesting switch, why it would have happened. I mean, consistently, it was pro-choice, and I believe that's the wording they use. Why would it switch to pro-life? I mean, even if a majority they aren't, why would we see that switch now?
Well, that's a very, but don't you suppose that that's probably just a standard contrarian type thing, where again knows in power?
I think you're going to see people start to, I guess, rise up, maybe. But
wouldn't they would?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I'm getting more and more. I'm going back to Jefferson. We have to renew the roots here with a little blood. It's this. If you read the New York Times today, and you read Frank Rich's column about the Bush administration, you just say we got to put everybody in jail.
No, I have.
Starting with Pelosi.
I've been looking at this pursuit, and that's become the issue. Is all right. We're going to look at all the Bush administration. We're going to find out what they did wrong, and then we're going to just persecute the crap out of them. Get as much charges as we can. But now it's got kind of sticky because Pelosi's in the pot too.
Yeah, but the thing that bothers me here is nobody's looking at Rumsfeld.
Right.
And his idea of how to run that war and how they let him just go ahead. How can anybody deny that Rumsfeld needlessly killed a lot of American GIs because he had a false premise, and nobody slowed him down? That's a very serious thing that happened there.
Yeah.
If you're going out to the cemetery to visit your son or daughter's grave, and you got to think, and nobody's yelling at Rumsfeld.
Yeah, you got to wonder why.
Yelling at Bush for not reining Rumsfeld. Today they brought out the fact that Rumsfeld used to bring Bush photographs with quotes from the Old Testament on them, saying, "Look at how good we're doing."
Wow.
It's a very unpleasant world that they brought to us. But I say, abort everybody. I think that's the problem, is we haven't had enough abortions.
Well, Paul, I think you're going to find yourself in a little bit of a minority.
Of course, but I can name several people who I said, "Gee, I wish I'd have been able to counsel your parents."
Wow, thank you, Paul, for bringing that up. Good grief. Well, we can always know what to expect with Paul. Thank you for. Wow, those are some pretty big words. Anyway, Paul, thank you for that call. We're even happy to have that point of view. So there you go. Some thoughts to bring up, some issues if you want to address what Paul said. Obviously, I think he's a little bit sarcastic, if you guys aren't picking up on that. But ultimately, fairly witty guy.